robot
check.
who's the chair.
Check. Hedonism bot.
Ooh,
With the grapes.
Did it? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that.
This is the first time we've done one of these where we're like actually like sitting on the ground, not sitting on chairs. I dig this. It's more intimate. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I like the lighting in here better.
Check.
It's more like crackpot ideas.
check. That's like we've talked about how like
I want to get like a good like Dale's basement vibe going on.
Oh, dude.
that's what we're saying. That's
you
what
need
we're
a
saying.
nice thick layer of cigarette smoke.
24-hour news. Too bad there's only 24 hours in a day.
Or rare.
I don't get that one.
You gotta watch King of the Hill. You gotta watch that shit, man.
I saw the episode where there was a car in the quarry.
Boomhauer's
car.
Miss Sally.
That's a good.
And it was like dang fuck you, dang old. I don't know.
That one's great because in the end, like Bobby's like, there's a great lesson in like forgiveness in that one because Bobby's like, how long are you gonna stay mad at my dad? He's like, oh dang, you did life too short. My God, be gone in 2 weeks, man.
No, I don't turn around shit. Dang old dang. Yeah, I had a pussy all on the floor. I told her, where's the dang old, what's that asshole? What's that butthole do?
Asshole. No hole. It's the same old hole, but it's like.
Good God.
Imagine it was one of those guys that like felt like the pussy and the butt were like the same thing.
Oh yeah.
When they were
they got the pooping hole.
Like, it's like a cloaca. It all comes out of the same hole.
We're a minute 30 in.
Oh yeah.
We always have the best episodes when we started off talking about shit. So it don't
actual
matter.
feces.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Oh, jeez.
I don't know. This is the first one since the election.
Damn, I didn't
Yeah.
know
It's been a long time.
Jesus
But
Christ.
I'm
COVID.
kind of cool with not
kinds of shit
trying to
happening.
like just like force episodes out.
It's
Quality over quantity
yeah.
is what I'm trying to do.
It's actually kind of incredible you got COVID, man, because in the last episode you're like coughing around. You're like, oh, this is the episode where I give everyone COVID.
Yeah, literally. you say that.
Then we're back at the house and he's like, dude, I can't taste or smell. Just a heads up.
Yeah, my bad, dudes.
No, that's good.
My test was negative. I got to get a COVID test, which is pretty funny.
Mean? What does that mean, man? Did you hear about Elon Musk? He took 4 tests and 2 came back positive, 2 came back negative.
Yeah, but he's an alien.
No, don't just discount that. That is not,
which nostril? The one
I had to do both.
the one under my armpit?
that's not discountable right there.
I had to do one in each nostril.
I got a false negative. I couldn't taste or smell, and I got a fucking test. I shoved that bitch up my nostril, and it came back negative.
Okay, did they, for you guys, they do the one where they twist it, or the one where, like, without warning, they just shove it into the back of your skull?
They made me do it myself.
Yeah, that's what I did too.
That was fun. I went to the walk-in clinic, and I think that's what it was. It's like I got it for free, so they're like, fuck you. But the woman's like, okay, tilt your head back. And I'm like, okay, what's this? And then she shoves it all the way back. And it feels like she touched my brain, and it hurt. It like bumped.
I've heard. You're not the first. You're not the first person I've heard that from.
No.
That they poke your brain.
It hurt like a bitch. It felt like when the fish like hits the aquarium like glass. She did one, and I was so surprised she did the other one while I was reeling from. It was fast, but goddamn, that shit hurt for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, they just gave mine to me. Mine was drive through at the Walmart parking lot. I remember when I put it in my right nostril, it was like ugh.
Yeah.
And then when I put it in my left one, I sneezed.
Y'all are bugging. I liked that shit.
No, I didn't have a problem with
I
it.
cleared my sinuses. I was like, I could fucking do this every day.
I mean, I did the one earlier in the summer where you twist it yourself, which was fine. But just like the real violent like jab one.
That would probably
Not
gives
for
you the
me.
real
Was it just a
result.
jab or was it a jab and twist?
I don't know. I just felt the impact.
Oh, okay.
We're all talking about this like we got fucking raped. Like that's
what it
all I'm
felt
saying.
like. Listen, man, I did
I'm
not. She
violated.
said you're gonna feel a little pressure, and then like before I had time to react, she just
Before you had time to consent.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I noticed today. So my mom has these rocks at her house. I'd have to be really meticulous with it, but
Nah, don't even sweat that. I'm just curious.
okay. 8 gigabytes.
Good
Is
riddance,
it gonna
man.
be enough?
Fuck
Got the
that.
charger plugged in. Nothing's gonna touch the space bar. Okay.
And now we have nothing to say. Just
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, we've exhausted all of our good conversation off script.
I'm not worried. Okay, so Boney M was this band.
Yeah.
And they were a German disco funk band, except like there was like all the front people were black, but but they didn't make any music. All the music was done by one white German dude. And like that's like So like when we're talking about like there's no German culture, that's all I'm saying.
Wait,
'Cause-
no German culture.
Well, I mean like okay, not I'm misquoting myself,
You got
but you know,
Wiener Schnitzels. You got Lederhosen.
but you can't
Got
deny it's-
Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
you can't deny it's like out of
World
all,
War
like,
One.
Oh yeah, those spiky helmets, dude. Mustard gas. Come on.
That's what I mean. That shit's not cool. That's just hopefully in like 20 years.
It's cool
like,
to
something-
bikers.
something-
They still have the helmets.
What's that called? Like
That's
what's
because-
that called?
that's
Like a
because they're
pickle
down-
haub?
They're down with Nazi
What?
shit though.
It's called like a pickle haub or something like that. It's the word pickle's in there somewhere.
Pickle
That is
Cuban.
so dumb.
Well, it's like I don't know. It's the same way that like it used to be cool, but now it's lame. Because like bikers were really cool in like the 60s and 70s, but now bikers are lame because like they have not updated with the time. You know,
That's why you got to get down with some new bikers. Like I feel like the next biker story is gonna be like those dudes that ride around in the crotch rockets.
I don't like that.
What? Why not, man? They're fucking probably crazy. They ride around like high speeds, you know, like in Tokyo.
On like a
Drift.
Honda Shadow.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. It's like zooming down 200 miles per hour.
Those things are cool.
I'm just biased. I like a standard frame motorcycle.
I don't like how loud they are.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like the.
I
big
think that was the main
handlebars.
pushback. That and like the South Park episode really reinforced.
that kind
Which
of
one's
killed
that?
it. That kind of killed it, man.
Oh, that they're just like making fun of like motorcycle drivers.
You just gotta see it, man. Like that's that one's a tough one because
I just see the guys with the handlebars up here, and like, how the fuck do you turn that?
Those are
thing?
pretty ridiculous.
You know, like you're guaranteed to die if you have to make a sharp turn because you have no pull whatsoever.
they kind of do. There's actually like a lot of people that die on like those shits.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, if you're
they call them
This is your turning rate.
they call them ape hangers, man.
It's fucked.
At least Missouri has helmet laws.
Now we're out in Kansas.
Are
Or
there
do
no
they-
helmet
or do
laws in
they?
Kansas?
I don't fucking know.
Let's look it up. I know Iowa doesn't have any helmet laws.
It has to be above a certain CC, doesn't it? 'Cause I see
For it to be what?
to wear a helmet. 'Cause
I don't know.
especially-
I feel like you should be able to wear a helmet whenever.
It also
Well,
probably
I
just
mean,
depends on where
when you're
at.
required to wear one, you know.
If you're under the age of 18, you have to in Kansas.
But outside of that, it's like go nuts.
Yeah,
You know?
that's
'Cause
that's
I see a lot
stupid.
of old guys, especially riding motorcycles, no helmets. You know, whatever hair they have left, they let it blow.
I think the way it should work is just like if you're gonna do it with no helmet, like you should be required to be an organ donor. That's what they do. That's what they do in like
Who would want like smashed organs they have to spatula?
Hey
off
man,
the
you get
road?
hit.
no,
You get
no,
hit in the
no,
head.
no.
You still got some good lungs.
they do that.
That's
I can't
true.
remember. It's either Brazil or Venezuela. One of those South American countries. Like they have it set up to where if you're a legal citizen, you're a registered organ donor, and like they
I
have
don't
like,
like
Everyone
that.
is?
Fuck
like
that.
and they but like the other big thing is like a large portion of like organs donated comes from like Venezuela because they have a high record of motorcycle crashes.
Interesting.
I mean, I
That's
like,
all that, and like I could be totally wrong on that. Like I read this a few years ago, but like
So us
if you look
rich,
at- if-
privileged Americans can
Yeah.
walk around with working
yeah,
livers.
Six
Venezuela,
hearts.
dude.
the pancreas of a young 13-year-old Venezuelan boy.
Yeah.
I like.
I want to be like Kiadi Mundi,
What?
man.
that elongated forehead.
Yes. Oh yeah, with the second heart.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He was one of the only Jedi masters who could fuck, because his race was
Wait,
like
what?
almost extinct. So he had a harem of 5 women, and that's like in the lore.
Really?
That dude.
Is that
yeah,
still canon?
Disney's,
I-
Disney's
I-
gonna take
I-
that.
I-
Disney
I
might-
say it
yeah,
is.
Gonna take
Disney
that
might have
out.
bleached that, but like fuck him. Like him having a harem is that's got to stay in.
How much
Oh.
hidden racist shit is gonna be updated to the Disney canon that we lost and slash? What's gonna get put in? Because like Watto, that character.
Sam Jackson was a fucking affirmative action pick.
No, not that. I'm talking about you were overthinking whatever. You're missing the point. What I'm saying is like Watto. That character is obviously a Jewish. What the fuck is wrong?
No, it was Sam Jackson and another equally qualified Jedi. But they listen, because all they had was Lando. All they had was Lando.
Lando's not a Jedi.
Yeah, but I'm saying like
In
in the
terms of-
Star Wars,
Oh,
there's
like-
two
oh,
black
like a
guys in the
casting
whole
thing.
galaxy.
Okay.
Well, now there's 3 because.
Oh, are you talking about? I was talking
You're
about.
like
Mace
you're like breaking the fourth wall. I just meant like in like the Jedi Council.
I thought you meant like Mace Windu himself was affirmative action, where it's like Yoda's like looking at the list, is like bunch of white guys. I don't know.
No, but I'm like, okay, Watto was like obviously a Jewish character, and that's a weird thing with like sci-fi shows because we were just talking about how Star Trek like they had Jewish aliens too. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like Watto's a fucking Jewish caricature, but like there's other shit like that that's in there that like they're like leaving in.
Star Trek original series. It was like they introduced diversity, but they did it through like there's this weird thing, especially because it's like all the white people are just like regular white humans, but all the like the black people and the Asian people, well, except for Sulu, I mean, they just paint them like red and green, and they're aliens. So it's like
I don't know about that. Well, I'm gonna defer with you on that because like they had Nichelle Nichols.
Well, yeah, I mean, but anyone outside of the main crew is either white or an alien.
Nichelle Nichols was a baddie, dude. I think they caught shit for that. I think they had like the first interracial kiss.
They did, yeah.
Like, on television with them.
Yeah.
First one ever.
But even then, like Sulu was also totally stereotyped because like he was a karate man. He's a karate man.
Which one was Sulu? Is that George Takei?
Yeah, it's George.
Is that
George
much?
Takei.
Like, I don't know if is that a stereotype or is that just like you know?
That's a stereotype. It's like he was like the. I think that was even like his title. It's like he's he's like a martial arts expert. I don't know.
Can I ask you, like, if you happen to cross like an Asian guy fighting in the street, and you say like, what did you learn? Would you expect him to go, oh yeah, I know boxing, or I know Krav Maga, or would you expect like? It might be a stereotype, but like it doesn't make sense for a regional thing for like someone to know this like fighting style that this is pre-internet, you know, like if you're in China, you probably know martial arts and not,
there was a
like,
blind samurai character in Rogue One.
That's
okay,
true.
Okay, so they got. I forgot what I'm trying to get at.
No, I know. I like just seeing real life stereotypes into sort of like fictionalized characters.
Because it's like you know all those Star Wars movies, the first 6, they all come from George Lucas's head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, I want to give him a big nose.
Yeah,
I want to make him really hairy. I want this guy to walk really funny, talk with his.
George, I don't know if you. Look,
what was that picture?
George, my mother was in the camps. I don't know if you just be. This is 1970, dude. Like, you're in Hollywood. I don't know if you should be just like, well.
Yeah, just put some wigs on him. When there's a picture that Ryan showed me where it's like J.J. Abrams and George Lucas is like walking up to him, but it's like mid motion, so it looks like he's like speeding up to him.
I don't remember that. What are you talking?
Because it's like George Lucas just like seems like one of those guys who's always mid conversation when you talk to him.
I'm not saying he hates.
He's
Jewish
got a lot of
people,
stuff
but
going
like,
on.
Yeah, so like you walk into the room, you're like, "Hey George, how's it going?" He's like, "And they were born on this planet, and they have 2 heads outside of their head." It's like, okay, what do you want for lunch? And there's everyone's made of water. They go, and he's just like one of those guys.
It's very wet.
Who do you think is a more successful science fiction writer, George Lucas or L. Ron Hubbard?
Fuck,
L. Ron
bro.
Hubbard. He's not a fiction writer,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah,
You better.
dude. I don't. You could,
better repent.
You could argue about whether or not Star Wars has been interpreted as like a religion, but like at least L. Ron Hubbard actually like did that.
Oh,
shit
I mean,
and
like with
did, like,
with
do it
any
again.
sort of story, you can take away like lessons or themes.
Like the thing I like is that like you know, Dianetics is way more outlandish than Star Wars, but that's what people fucking took as a religion, and like that I could fuck with. What is it?
Load. The picture won't load, but it's that first one. He's like, he's mid motion, so it looked like he ran up to him to tell him some shit.
Hey, send me that.
I also like, but also I can't feel like I don't think George Lucas is racist. You know,
I don't think he is.
I think he's actually married to a black woman, or like I think his first.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
What about slave owners?
My man Thomas Jefferson, but I forgot where I was going with this. Like but I think like a lot of the shit that's like in those Star Wars, like it's just like anything. You make something, like you're gonna show some of your prejudice with it, and like I feel like with characters like Watto and shit like that, that's all. Like okay, Watto, Jar Jar, the Gungans, you know.
Well, there was a bunch of shit like in the
aliens.
in the prequels. There were a lot of like subtle hints of like villainous characters being like people who were in the Bush administration.
Yeah. Okay,
like in episode 1, I think like Newt Gunray supposed to be like Newt Gingrich.
Oh shit! Oh
and
yeah.
then there was some other ones, and then there's one line in episode 3 where Anakin says, "If you're not with me, you're my enemy," which is supposed to be like when George Bush said, "If you're not with us, you're with the terrorists."
Fascinating.
Damn. I mean, even that whole thing is just the corruption of the government, the white glove thing that Palpatine did.
Yeah, and then in like the Disney episode, like they have I haven't seen all of them, but there's like one episode where it's like, oh, these people were selling ships to like the rebels and the Empire. So,
yeah,
like,
the casino planet.
Yeah, it's like, oh, see, like both parties are the same because we're all nihilistic now in the 2010s.
Yeah,
Disney's got to keep up with that.
I still can't get over the idea. Just like that movie is like one of the most influential franchises ever, and all of it is at the hands of fucking just like George Lucas.
Like,
just some nerd.
Yeah, and that's like it's easy to make fun of it, but it's also like that's powerful. It's just like it's like all this shit, all this lore that everybody obsesses over. It all came from just.
I mean, it's a cool
heart on
fucking
top of his head.
universe.
I want to put a braid on the back of his.
We're gonna call it jizz.
Yeah, it's dense. That's the thing about it.
It is. There's like so many like expanded universe things on it that like don't really interfere with the actual story. I mean, well, like now like Disney like fucked it up, but
they're implementing things like Palpatine coming back.
That's stupid.
In the expanded universe, it was like clones. Palpatine.
Oh, come on, you watch the movie. You watch the movie. You know what the word is.
I haven't seen the newest one.
Crazy? You love Star Wars. What the fuck's
I haven't
wrong
watched.
with
I haven't watched Mandalorian either.
Me either. But I know they like.
I've seen some stuff, and that's actually pretty.
I just don't want to pay for a Disney Plus account.
Dude, it's a space western, which is what Star Wars was originally like.
I know.
Was and like.
I really liked
Rogue
Rogue One.
It's fire, man.
I thought Rogue One was a great movie. What was the other one they did?
Solo.
Solo was fucking tight. I really wish I could have appreciated Woody Harrelson in it when I saw it in the theaters.
I'm gonna tell you something. I wish I could do a Woody Harrelson impression.
Yeah, he's one of the leads.
He was Lando Calrissian.
No, Lando's in that movie.
Let me tell you.
That was because what's his fucking name?
Yeah,
Bino.
Let me tell you something.
I remember when I walked out of the theater, Redbone was playing in the lobby.
Cross promotion. All I remember are Han Solo's eyebrows and then Darth Maul standing up out of a chair.
Darth Maul in that movie was kind of fucking dumb.
No, it was kind of sad, man.Ray Park's getting old, and he's got a big like Australian nose, and it like
I knew he was gonna be in it, and I was thinking, cool, there's gonna be a fight. Like he's gonna be a fight.
I thought it was.
It's like, no,
I thought it was kind of like it was Darth Maul, but then it was like, okay, like just in case like you weren't actually sure, he's gonna get out his double-bladed lightsaber for 4 seconds.
Yeah, they have to show it
because you're a fucking casual.
I'm gonna burp.
And don't recognize a Zabrak without his markings.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Okay.
That might be the one.
I was in this Star Wars D&D I was doing with Ashton and Dom. I was a Zabrak.
Okay, that's badass.
I was a Zabrak smuggler.
The one thing I can get behind with what Kanye was saying was his appreciation for the prequels. But I like that his rationale was that those movies were George's baby.
Yeah, there was like a lot of enthusiasm that went into them.
Which is why I want to know what George Lucas thinks of it. Now that he's sitting on his fucking billions,
he's
got all of his like
he's a billionaire,
cute little black children, and he's just like having a good time. I want to know what he I want to know what he thinks about what he's made.
Oh, I mean, more Jar Jar, because George Lucas wanted Jar Jar to play a big role, and the big rumor was he was supposed to be a Sith Lord. Like Jar Jar was like.
Okay, is that true, or is that like something from 4chan?
I know what you're talking about.
Here's the footage about it is George Lucas. No, fuck you. In episode 1, George Lucas like on video, he goes like, Jar Jar is the key. Jar Jar, like, and it's supposed to. He literally says that. You can look it up.
That impression fucking kills me.
Dude, he also said like after the movie, you could watch. There's just footage of him after the movie is all over. He goes like he watches the screen. He goes fuck, what is he? He goes, I may have gone a little too far.
Yeah, well, that's because the backlash. Everyone hated Jar Jar, but it's supposed to be like a dark Yoda parallel. Because remember when Luke meets Yoda, and Yoda's like a moron, like, and he's like going through all this shit, and he's like beating up R2-D2, eating these fish sticks, and then like Luke is like, fuck you, and he's like, this boy can't be trained, and it turns out he's a wise master the whole time. Jar Jar was supposed to be like, because he was the one that gave Palpatine the emergency.
That's true.
The executive power.
He becomes a politician.
Like he did it like in a stupid way, but initially, like supposedly.
There's a lot of politics in Star Wars that is really easy to ignore when you're like 6.
That's because when
you-
you're watching that shit, you just want to see the lightsaber.
Yeah.
fights.
Exactly.
That's the cool
I want
part.
to see the
and I
pod
stand-
racing scene, and I
I
want
stand
to
by
hear
that.
Duel of Fates.
Yeah,
That's what I'm here for.
I stand by that. Like when I'd watch those movies, it'd be 2.5-hour movies. I just like dick around until the fucking lightsaber fight.
I just loved watching Jar Jar get his tongue stuck on shit. That was honestly my favorite part. And then he got all numb, and then he slurped a chicken. Is that
Yeah.
gonna sound good on the recording? He slurped a hanging chicken and then pretended he didn't do it.
Yeah, there's that weird scene where the fucking one alien farts in front of him, and
Yeah.
he's like,
I find that scene so erotic.
yeah, there's
I've
that
jerked
fucking
off to it
post.
3 times.
Oh God.
You seen that? You seen that?
Wait, what?
Google the fucking like. I don't know how to explain that. The dude, the 4chan Reddit post. The dude's obsessed with that scene from fucking.
Well, it started as a YouTube comment. It's the part of the movie where there's a camel alien walking in front of Jar Jar.
Yeah.
And he does a little poop, and then he turns around at Jar Jar, and the comment is
This is
"Does anyone
Phantom
else-"
Menace, right?
What?
Is this Phantom Menace?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember that scene.
And there's a comment that's just does anyone else find this highly erotic? I mean, I can't be the
Jesus.
only one. I've jerked off to it multiple times. And then they screen capped it, and
Just some of the shit people post on the internet.
Dude, we've been a part of that. He sold a Lego set to somebody that
Oh,
and
yeah.
then he put a with the receipt note, he put a picture of that fucking fucking alien.
we printed out the receipt, and then we printed out a picture of that erotic alien's butt, and then we taped it. So alien picture up, and then receipt on top of it, taped them together so it's one. And you can't tell unless you hold it up to the light, like the Declaration of Independence, and then there it is, looking at you.
Honestly, man, just all that shit, all that put together, I feel like watching Star Wars fucked me up as a kid. I'm not gonna show my kids Star Wars.
Why?
I'll show them Harry Potter, dude.
No, that's worse.
Wow, you're lame as fuck.
Nah, dude, I feel for one thing, it's hard to explain. It's okay, this is a fucking space western movie from the 70s that's had 9 sequels made, and people line up out the fucking it makes billions of dollars. People go to these shits more than they go to church. That's tough to explain because that's religious. People's obsession for it's religious, and there's a lot of power to that.
You think people are still gonna be going to the movies by the time you're having kids?
Hopefully.
Okay.
I have a lot of faith in the power of cinema, man. That's the biggest thing that's been lost with this fucking pandemic is I can't go to the goddamn movies.
You don't think we're just gonna get them beamed right into our heads?
I'll take that. Because I like getting my information fast, but it's a very meditative activity. You know,
Yeah.
you go, you sit there.
Eat the popcorn.
Yeah, you're focused. You're sharing in this kind of communion with a bunch of other people.
Yeah,
It's
and you're all reacting to it together.
Going to the movies one of the few
We're still
times.
very isolated.
Yeah, but it's not unless you're sharing with people. Okay, Michael
We're just
Imperioli.
isolated together.
Michael Imperioli from The Sopranos. He talked about one of his best movie theater experiences when he saw Do the Right Thing, because he saw it in New York, and it was a totally mixed black and white audience. And he said at first he can feel the tension in the room because everybody knew that there was gonna be something fucking they thought it was gonna be something explosive because it's a very racially provocative movie. But then at the end of it, he said it was just it was weird. There's a sigh of relief because it was just so funny, and so there's so much levity to it. And it made people ask the right questions, and it brought everybody together. That's just one example. That's all
Just
I'm saying.
like Joker.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
Everyone
Something
went
like
out of
that.
there. Dude, you know how many fucking Joker costumes I saw on Facebook this year?
Probably a lot, man. Were they doing Joaquin Phoenix or Heath Ledger?
It's Joaquin Phoenix, but it's no one had the red
Jesus.
coat. So it-
Jesus, dude. God help us all. That's
Gamers.
That's all I'll say. Yeah,
This is your time.
We made this movie for the gamers. We made this movie. This character. Mine's not as good as yours. Help me out here.
I see. We want to make him a gamer. That way, when he kills someone, it's okay. It's just it's actually better that way. I don't know. You just have to be.
Well, what also bugs me is George Lucas. He never made anything outside of Star Wars.
Yeah, he did. He made Indiana Jones.
He had a movie before Star Wars.
That was
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah, but that was a sci-fi movie too. It's called THX 1138.
Yeah.
That was still sci-fi. That was still in the vein. We should actually watch that sometime. It's pretty short.
Huh.
But oh wait, no, he did. He made Howard the Duck.
What the fuck
He
is that?
did?
Look up Howard the Duck.
Oh God.
Wait, so THX? That's what the movie's called.
THX 11 something.
So
yeah.
do you think that has anything to do with the sound people, the THX?
I think they named their sound thing after because he made that movie in the 70s. Look up Howard the Duck, man. George Lucas definitely made that movie.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a comic book character, but they made this like, dude, I don't know. It's a fever dream. He also like this one woman has sex with the duck in the movie.
As far as like commentary ducks, I still like Mallard Fillmore better. Is that his name?
Mallard Film. What the fuck are you
comic book. He was like a comic strip duck who was like a reporter.
Are you sure that's not Howard the Duck?
What?
No. His name was like Mallard Fillmore or some shit.
Oh, I know you're
Mallard.
talking. I know you're talking about.
So this movie was made under Lucasfilm, but I'm not seeing George Lucas's name under anything.
Okay, I guess he didn't direct it or nothing, but like
He was there.
Budget was 37 million, box office was 38.
so that means
Hell yeah, we made it out.
Yeah, it just barely squeaked by. Good God, that movie's weird though. I would not recommend that movie. I mean, it's weird. Like it's like a woman has sex with a duck in it, and it's just like it's whatever. It was very 80s.
I mean, that's like Roger Rabbit. You know how fucking hot Jessica.
That movie was actually
Jessica
forward.
Rabbit,
That movie
what's
was
her
actually
name?
forward thinking. That
I don't
movie
think
had
I've
some
ever
taste.
seen that movie.
That movie's great, but that movie had taste. Howard the Duck had no taste. It also like it was puppets. Like so that's an
Oh,
entirely another
shit.
evil level of fucking. evil
You
shit
can't
going on.
throw shade for them using puppets in the 80s.
Yes, I fucking.
That's
can,
like
man.
that
That's
is the renaissance of puppets in movies. You got Jurassic Park. You know, your post Muppets.
Jurassic Park aged well.
Yeah,
your post Muppet.
Jurassic Park. That was puppets, right?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
I hope
yeah,
so.
man.
I know. I know they use some puppets. I think they use
They
CGI in
definitely
some.
did, man. Like they probably had Jim Henson doing that shit, like working those fucking Dear Gus, the scene where fucking Jeff Goldblum sticks his hand in the elephant shit. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, it's supposed to be dinosaur shit.
you know what I mean? Like it's the
That was just,
Ruining the immersion.
Can you do a Jeff Goldblum?
I've already done.
Man, this isn't Comtown.
I've already done.
Do
one of
they
these
do
on
one?
this.
Yeah.
He does it. We
like all the time.
Oh,
He does a okay.
I've missed that.
Mullen does a really good fucking Goldblum impression. He does. It's all right. It's like. Damn it! I can't do it. It's like any impression. Like it's got to come at the right. It's got to come at the right time. It's got to, change your apartment.
Change the world.
Yeah. Okay. There. Okay.
That was pretty good.
I'm there. I'm in there. I'm in the right mindset. Oh, we're making this movie. Maybe.
Oh shit.
Maybe. Damn it.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, I can get the voice, and then I can't think of anything funny to say. And
Conan.
That just defeats the whole purpose.
I love watching him on Conan because he just keeps throwing his glasses on the table, and he'll put them back on just to throw them again. Like, I went to see the Rolling Stones in 2016 with my parents, and they were still kicking. They're like 70-some. It was the drummer's birthday, but Mick Jagger, he would like throw his jacket off and strut across the stage, and then after every song he'd like walk over and pick it up and put it on.
Where'd you
Just so
see
he
them
could
at?
throw- Kansas City, the Chiefs Stadium.
Was he playing with Ed Sheeran?
Yes.
Oh shit, I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
Dude,
That's cool. I was there for my my homie's birthday.
Hell yeah. Did you have fun?
I did, yeah.
What songs do they play?
They didn't
all
play
the
Paint
hits.
It Black. I remember that.
Did they do Sympathy for the Devil?
Brown Sugar, Sympathy for the Devil. You can't
Did they
always
play
get what
that
you
one?
want. Which one?
Dude, they should
They
bring,
did because he came out in this big fire coat. He came out in this big. It looked like
Okay, yeah.
flames.
They should do Under My Thumb. That's my favorite Stone song, but that song is so inherently like fucking sexist.
Well, no, that is just
Dude,
like enjoying the fruits of your labor. That is
No,
like,
dude, it's she's under my thumb. She's
Yeah.
the best pet in the world.
The
Like,
girl
that is-
who
that-
did- no,
that-
that's
that is
like-
literally-
okay.
that is
that's like a nerd who suddenly struck it big because he's like this bitch who didn't give me any attention before. They never want to look at a nice guy.
Okay, Joker.
Yeah,
That-
exactly.
But that song is so good. That song holds up so fucking good. Like maybe not
Wild
as like the
Horses.
subject- Yeah, Wild Horses is probably one of my favorite. Did they do that one?
Yeah.
Oh god damn it. That's a brilliant song too. Okay. Y'all got to go watch the movie Gimme Shelter. That's my fucking movie recommendation. It's a
I like
documentary.
that song.
It's a documentary.
Yeah, that's a really
the
good
songs,
one.
but like that's the best. That's first off, that's a fire movie because like it captures the Stones in '69, but it shows the fucking Altamont concert. You ever heard about that?
No.
It's a free concert they did, right? A free concert in California at a racetrack, the Altamont Speedway, like free concert, right? Like 300,000 people show up, just come out of the woodworks. 300,000. That's pop.
That was
That's like your
are
whole
you
goddamn
okay?
back.
That
Yes,
felt good.
So 300,000 people come out to fucking see the Stones, and it's like the inverse of Woodstock because they were trying to capture Woodstock with this fucking show, and like the whole thing is just straight pandemonium. Like it's literally like you watch this footage, it's fucking mayhem, and literally like you can watch like while they're doing Under My Thumb, like somebody gets killed because the thing was they hired the Hell's Angels to be their bodyguards.
Oh,
fuck.
Right. So the whole time you see Hell's Angels beating people. They got pool cues. They're beating people with pool cues. And
Where
like,
did they
and
get a
there's too
pool
many-
cue on a racetrack?
They
They
just
bring
brought it-
those
yes,
from home?
You know they brought their own pool
That's
cues.
their weapon of choice.
Yeah, it really was.
God, they
That-
brought in guitar cases just full of pool cues.
Yeah. And watch like if you, look, I'm serious. Like this is one of the most fascinating documentaries.
Yeah.
No, they really did.
they
They,
chalk them up first. Just like stick them in the eye.
like you got
They're monogrammed on the bottom. God.
Y'all gotta watch that shit because it's fire. Because like it's like and at the end they're playing Under My Thumb and you literally watch somebody get murdered. Like,
I don't want to
Oh,
fucking
fuck.
see
it's
that,
literally-
man.
No, it's not that bad because it was the
I saw a
60s.
dead body on the side of the road the other day.
Here,
Tell us
what
about that,
happened?
I mean, like there were like, it wasn't just a dead body. Like there were sirens everywhere. But like I saw like out of the corner of my eye, like in a grassy median. There was like someone just lying there and like they weren't moving.
Oh Jesus
Holy shit.
Christ!
Were you,
Oh,
like,
what?
Where were you doing? Are you just coming home?
Yeah, I was probably going home or like going to the grocery store or something. I don't remember.
That's crazy.
Just really nonchalant trauma. Like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
How bad was the wreck though? Or does it even look like it? It didn't even look like a wreck.
I think it was like 2 or 3 cars, or
There's
maybe it was like a car. And I don't fucking remember.
that shit's wild.
That's crazy.
I just remember like that's a dead guy,
That's wild.
Yeah, and you're
and
gonna
it's not a
remember
YouTube video.
that 15 years from now, you're in the middle of the night. We passed a wreck on the way here, but I didn't get to see it.
Oh,
I don't think nobody died in that
Well,
that bitch.
Yeah, but you were saying something about the car.
Dude, that
weren't
car
you?
was sideways.
that's not good.
That should have. That's why people gotta be more conscious of fucking driving. Driving's dangerous, man.
Yeah.
You just gotta be aware of. Some people just like fucking be driving and they're like, oh yeah, man, fucking driving, smoking, fucking changing my music, like checking my fucking phone, checking the directions, like dude, all this like.
Not
dude,
wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like, god damn.
I was.
I've never understood not wearing a seatbelt because it's like, okay, like if a car is gonna hit you, do you want to stay in the car or do you want to fly out of the car? While you're getting hit by
so
another car.
uncomfortable. I don't. Listen, I'll be fucked. Like I'll wear a seatbelt when I'm driving from Maryville to Kansas City, and my girlfriend hates it, so I've like started to try and put it on more. But that shit sucks. It's so constricting. I can't reach down and scratch my feet, or I can't scratch my leg with a seatbelt.
What kind of car are you driving though?
Buick LaCrosse.
Oh, okay.
Which like
you
it's
just
belted
want
in.
to feel like you're in a couch. You just want to feel like you're on
Yeah,
your couch.
I like to
driving
like
your
bring
car.
this leg up because I'm on cruise control, so this one kind of leans off to the side.
Yeah.
I can stretch back. Yesterday, I was driving down here, and I had my hat that was like in the back window. So I like put the car on cruise control and then like stepped back, grabbed the hat for a couple seconds. I slightly veered, but
You maniac.
yeah,
Jesus
it was
Christ.
probably like the most irresponsible driving, but it worked this time.
People do a lot worse, man. I've seen a dude straight up fucking a chick like in a Tesla, fucking driving itself. Like it happens.
Yeah, if you're in a Tesla, you get to do that though.
Yeah.
That's a freaking privilege. That's a privilege move right there, man. You fucking in a
Lowering
Tesla,
his
you're
carbon
fucking,
footprint.
Fucking this bitch, like, oh Jesus. Lame.
Yeah.
How much time we been doing this?
Well, we're at 30 minutes, but there's probably gonna
Nah,
be
we're-
there's gonna be some
sure.
space there since we got
Yeah, I had some technical technicalities.
running out of space and whatnot. I'm kind of glad. I mean, I'm gonna bring it up now because I can't think of anything to talk about. But I'm glad we didn't do like a day after the election episode.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm so fucking.
Us
I'm
and
so.
every
It's
other
been
one.
so nice not hearing about all of that shit like every day. Like I don't know how much you guys pay attention to the news, but like it's been a lot less divisive lately. I think.
Other than like, because I don't know where Trump's still at, but he was like getting lawyers together to like have the recount.
Yeah, like he's.
Not about it, unless it's our boy fucking Alex Jones.
Yeah, I've watched like 15 hours of Alex Jones in the last day. Like all I've done,
Where are you going to Infowars?
no, on YouTube, every clip I can find. They
Oh,
still
really?
have some of his like movies up. There's one called The Obama Deception. There's one about George Bush that has a less funny title. Like he makes these movies and puts them up there.
He has a bunch about 9/11 that I've tried to watch, but they're all like 4 hours long.
Yeah, well, that was like his big thing because he's been on the scene since like the early '90s. So,
Yeah.
You know, he yelled at Clinton, he yelled at Bush, he yelled at Obama. He didn't yell as much.
He yells
Trump.
at everyone. He just yells.
Yeah, that was the best thing about him talking to Pierce.
Pierce or Piers?
Piers. Yeah,
Oh,
not
Piers Morgan.
Piers the Veil Morgan.
Piers.
Yeah, no, I'm actually like the more I've come around, I'm more like, man, fuck Piers Morgan. Like at the end of the day, like Alex, that was kind of like they kind of did Alex Jones dirty on that shit. Like I'm coming to.
I mean, he fucked himself because like he was not professional.
Alex Jones to begin with is just like I like.
That was the Sandy Hook thing, right?
No, it was just over gun control. They just had a conversation over gun control, and it's like he was all like, well, if they're gonna kill each other with lead pipes, they're gonna kill each other.
Yeah, because Piers Morgan was like, well, how many gun deaths did we have in Britain last year? We had 37 because they have banned guns.
Yeah, no one fucking has guns.
Because they cut each other up in Britain. That's what fucking scares the. I don't want to fucking be. I'd much rather get shot to death than fucking sliced up, cut to death.
I don't know,
Fuck
like
that.
we have guns. We're not gonna get rid of guns.
I don't want to get rid of guns. I'd much rather live in a society without than we're fucking like fighting each other with swords. Imagine like you got fucking gang violence, but it's like with swords. Like because it's not like people still aren't fighting in England.
Et tu, Brute?
They just don't got guns, so they're cutting each other up.
1776 will happen again if you try and take our guns. Like that is one thing. It's not gonna happen. There's too much opposition.
No one's gonna try and take guns away from the people with guns.
I don't know. There's gotta be like an answer though.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But it's not gonna be here.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's multiple answers. You
not
look
gonna
at
be
different
Britain
countries. There's a lot of different ways that different countries have, quote, solved. Solved or unsolved. I don't know, but
You just got too many dumbasses out there.
Yeah.
I feel like it's such a trite thing to talk about at this point.
Yeah,
it's
I was
like,
about-
we
What, guns?
Yeah, seriously about guns. Because it's like
I don't. Yeah,
We all,
I'm kind of glad like guns isn't like a big hot button issue anymore. Maybe it still
well,
is.
It's not because there haven't been any like mass shootings since COVID
Yeah.
that we've really like known about. There's still wars going on and shit, but like
Never been any school shootings,
yeah,
which is good.
facts, man. Nobody's in school.
Step in the
Yeah,
right
but-
direction.
Homeschool shootings don't get as much traction.
Jeez.
Uh,
Dude, there's an SNL writer that got fucking like they got fired for like making that joke about Barron Trump.
what was it?
She said she made a tweet that said like Barron's gonna be the first homeschool shooter.
Oh fuck!
And like she got fired. And honestly, man,
Could
I'm kind
you
of
imagine?
I'm kind of okay with that because like it's like it's generally if you're the child of a president, you don't sign up for that shit. Like
Yeah.
it's like.
Do you think he kind of like understands like where he is at? Like
what Barron?
Dude, of
Yeah.
course, he's the expert. He knows
He's the expert.
Well, how old is he? Like 16, 17?
somewhere around there. He's,
and his dad's what? Like fucking like 77?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was already born off a bad nut, like old man semen.
Yeah, he
What,
was
is that-
born-
is
it's-
that
it
not-
was
nut
born
that's
when
been
his-
on the shelf.
Yeah.
He was born when his dad was fucking 60 to like his third wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's already.
And it's
Which shout out to Donald Trump for fucking getting it in. He's like
Yeah.
What if we had Donald
he can say what you
Trump?
will about him, he's
What if
busting
Donald
nuts.
Trump became the host to Jeopardy?
Boom,
Ah.
boom, 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 ba, ba, ba,
I think it'd
boom.
be entertaining because every time they got something
Bomb.
wrong,
He still gets to be on TV. Like everybody wins.
What would is Alex Trebek like?
that's
Alex
a strike,
Trebek
too.
died.
What?
You didn't know that?
He died.
I knew he had.
Oh, neither of you knew that?
Oh no,
no.
man,
Dude,
we
yeah,
lost-
he
we lost
died.
Alex?
Yeah, he died like a week and a half ago.
How come we?
Oh,
Oh man,
fuck.
I love Jeffrey. How the fuck did I not hear about that
He had
shit?
cancer. It was
Yeah.
super sad.
But
Damn,
his
son.
last video, he was super positive about how
Yeah,
it was
I
going.
saw that he was like, we're gonna keep doing Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Because,
I mean, like they were filming it like up until like
Jesus.
almost till like the day he died.
God
Fuck.
damn, I want
They-
to see that last Jeopardy episode.
Yeah, was he
I wonder
looking
what,
okay?
I wonder what the
I
last
don't
day
know. I
that
haven't
was.
been. I haven't been watching
He's got
it.
an IV bag with him. Now, your question is.
Oh, you gotta
Remember your
I
phrasing.
say with all respect to the dead.
you must answer. You gotta answer in a.
Remember
in a
your
form of a
phrasing.
question.
Remember your phrasing.
Yeah.
If you Google search Alex Trebek, it'll autocorrect it to who is Alex Trebek.
Ha.
Damn. Rest in peace, man. That's hardcore. How they even gonna keep? How can they even keep doing Jeopardy without Alex Trebek?
I saw this online petition to get what's his name, LeVar Burton,
Oh, really?
to have him host.
That'd be fun.
That's not.
He
bad.
has a podcast, and I listened to an episode of it. Like he just reads books.
So it's just more reading Rainbow.
Yeah, exactly.
That's baller.
Yeah,
Shout out LeVar.
He's got a very soothing voice.
he does. I think he'd be. I think people would.
I want to see
still watch
Alfonso
it.
host it.
Alfonso.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put a white woman in it. You fucking y'all already know. They're gonna find a white Canadian woman.
No,
British.
there's some other guy in the running, and he was like one of like the top Jeopardy champions or something like that.
No, not one of
fuck
those
no.
nerds. Not
Hal.
one of those fuckers. Yeah, the computer.
No,
yeah.
I want Alfonso to run it because Alfonso took over AFV sometime after Tom Bergeron left, which like that's a hard act to follow. AFV and Tom Bergeron is like, peanut butter and pickles. But Alfonso, he killed it, and I want him to see him like Carlton, and he didn't do the dance a single time. He stayed off his own merit. He had painted on hair. I want to see him.
He was in a commercial with Michael Jackson when he was a child actor.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching some video about how it was super unfair that he was on Dancing with the Stars because it's supposed to be like celebrities who have never danced before, and I guess he's like a trained dancer.
Jesus, did he win?
Yeah, I think he did.
Fuck.
And like he does the Carlton for like a second in his in like the last episode. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, fucking course, he knew he had that.
Yeah, exactly. But
He could've
like,
either done
but
that-
it was a good point though because they're like these are all like untrained dancers, and like he's literally in a commercial dancing with Michael Jackson when he's like 9.
Unreal.
So the stars aren't supposed to be dancers at all?
Yeah, I think that's
It's
the idea.
it's supposed to be like they're learning how to dance.
Oh, but it's like Hollywood. You got to be able to like sing, dance, and have like an abdomen.
Well, they take anyone these days.
Oh,
I'll see George Lucas go on that shit.
I don't. I really don't. I
No,
want.
I want to see him like have a routine to the fucking Cantina song.
You know it's gonna like be some dumbass. Actually, never mind. Fuck that.
He's
Like,
the
that's-
one wearing the belly
that's-
dancer outfit.
Yeah, that. Never,
No,
never
they put him in
mind,
slave
never
lay
mind.
outfit.
Never mind. I don't even want to. I feel like I should not have. I gotta burp. I should
Just
not
as long as
brought
they
that
have him
into the-
mic'd so you can hear him just like talking the whole time while he's dancing. Right. Step kick. I don't know.
Jesus. Cancel Star Wars, bro. Cancel that shit. Like they're gonna make more movies. They're never gonna stop making Star Wars movies. Eventually, we just have
They're
to,
like Disney bought it. They're gonna milk that bitch until
eventually
there's nothing left, and then they're gonna milk it some more.
eventually something's got to give. And you know what's gonna happen? Eventually, it's gonna get too political. It's got to be that. Eventually, it's got to be that. Eventually it's gonna get too political, and then like people are gonna bounce back. They're
Isn't
like,
it already though?
Is it? I feel like
The new. Well, listen, and this is just pure speculation, but like in the new one, because this was all the time when they were talking about Trump's red power tie and stuff. They like. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, Josh. Cause
No, I don't care.
You're just chomping at the bits to watch this new Star Wars. I can see the drool from over here. Don't worry, man. I mean, it's like, it's not. It's nothing new, It's like if you go in and you say, "I want to see a Star Wars movie." This is a Star Wars movie.
Yeah,
lot
there's
of
a blueprint
parallels.
for it already.
What?
There's a blueprint for it already.
Yeah, it's episode 6.
there's good versus evil. You finally have the confrontation with the Emperor.
Yeah.
With the big bad guy.
You've got who is the little like animals they worked with? Because it wasn't Ewoks. Did they work with the little animals in this new one?
It's gonna be.
They
Because
got
they had Ewoks.
they got
in
Baby
6.
Yoda. That's Mando though.
Yeah, they had Wookiees in episode 3, and I'm sure they have something in episode 9. But life of me, I can't remember it.
I can't remember.
But they had the big space battle while the hero is forced to watch her friends be destroyed because that thing's operational. And they had a part where Palpatine like wanted the good guy to kill him so he could prove a point, which is really stupid when you think of like that's a bold move.
Wait,
because-
what?
like he wanted Luke he wanted Luke to kill him so to prove that Luke is no better. He's like he can be corrupted.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But it's like, if you're wrong, you're wrong. But if you're right, you're dead. And that's kind of like, that's retarded. Because then what is the unless you have a bunch of clones of yourself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
But they're being raised in a different environment.
What?
It's a plot of The Prestige, man.
Another
spoiler.
That's yeah. David Bowie's The Prestige.
Oh, I told you I don't do magic. I don't do magic. I can't do David Bowie.
He's I love Bowie, but he's not a great actor. That movie, he keeps slipping in and out of his accent.
I
didn't even know he was an actor.
I disagree.
Labyrinth.
He's fine. He's been in some fire movies. We watched that man who fell to Earth movie. That was a little weird.
I thought that was garbage.
You didn't like.
I love David Bowie. I love the character.
I kind of dug it. Like the more I think, because like he made that movie when he was just really zonked on cocaine. Like, and it's like at the end of the day, like him being an alien at a time when he feels the most alien. And it's like I can get behind that. He was also in the Twin Peaks movie in the 90s in like 2 seconds in one of the most absurd sequences in a movie I've ever seen, and I think it's fucking brilliant.
What happens?
You just have to watch it. It's weird.
All right.
It's really fucking weird, but like David Bowie's in it, so it's cool, but it makes absolutely zero sense.
David Bowie.
It's like they were trying to set up something that they never followed through with, but it's also like it's just super absurd. It's always stuck with me. He's wearing a really cool like Hawaiian shirt and shit.
Nice.
Like a white suit, but like. Okay, I'll actually agree with you on that one. David Bowie's not the best actor.
Well, I mean, it's cool because he's David Bowie.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you watch him, it's like fuck yeah, man. David Bowie.
Like I didn't watch Prestige and go, wow, that guy who played Tesla was really good. I
thought he did
wow,
pretty
David
good.
Bowie's a badass.
I thought he did pretty good. I thought because he only had to be in like 2 scenes.
He would like slip in out of his accent because he was trying like what is Tesla? He was like,
I don't even know what movie you're talking about.
The Prestige.
But do you know Nikolai Tesla? Like,
yeah.
What ethnicity is he? Some kind of like Hungarian or Ian.
I wanted to say that, like a Romanian.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Either
Bogdan is Romanian.
David Bowie would have like a half accent where he's like, "So I see you came to me," and he'd just go back and forth every sentence, and he'd just decide on this middle area where he would just say everything very slow.
Nikola Tesla is Serbian.
Good God. You ever seen a Serbian film?
No. I don't know where that is on the map.
He was born in Croatia.
A Croatian?
And died in New York.
And Kanye talked a lot about Tesla in that fucking interview too. He's like, what if we made the world where people?
No, he doesn't like solar.
He does not. He does not.
He doesn't like solar panels.
I don't blame him. You know, solar panels.
We already talked about this.
Passe.
Like no, solar panels are nothing but good news.
They're expensive.
They are expensive, but
so is it true that Tesla died a virgin? Because that
whoa, no way.
Well, because I hear that all the time, and if that's true, that's my favorite part of the Kanye interview. Is because it sounds like he's projecting to a point where he's talking about Tesla and he compared himself to Tesla. He's like, Tesla was always a ladies' man, and then he stopped having sex around 40 because he had a bigger vision. I wonder if that was just Kanye West going, I just stopped having sex around 40, so I'm gonna compare myself to Tesla.
It could be. There's no way he still has sex with his wife, man. There's
Kanye.
No way.
Dude,
there's no way. There's no way, man. Fucking Kim K. Like I feel like that's like the devil woman.
The
right
charge
there.
rate is too high.
Yeah, exactly, man.
It's like a taxi. I bet she keeps the meter running, walking around the house.
Good
Google
God.
says allegedly he died a virgin.
Allegedly.
I don't know, I feel like Kanye and Kim probably still fuck sometimes.
I hope so.
They don't use their.
But I also think that when they probably got together, it was like they probably didn't even have to talk. Like we're gonna still fuck other people. At least Ye was.
He had lines about that on Life of Pablo,
don't
like
fuck,
30 hours.
Also like on Watch the Throne, don't fuck nobody without telling me.
He
says that on the first song.
That's true. What
Questionable.
Is it? Love is cursed by monogamy.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Some other of his children.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because now he's all like, he's all traditional Christian. So. Honestly, man, I think it's a metaphor for the path of the modern man, dude. It's like
I suppose
you go from a freak to a fucking traditionalist.
Yeah, well, I
don't
mean,
know.
people typically get more conservative as they get older.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because you get closer to death, and then you start getting scared, so you don't make risky decisions.
I don't know about none of that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm out.
I feel like we've been sort of hitting the brakes for a little bit now.
Yeah,
Yeah, turn this shit on. I got nothing. Hit your toe.